Uh, Happy Saturday, everyone. This is Greg Dixon, your chief trader for trendtradingfreedom.com. And this is part of the investing show. We've been looking at ways of growing your money. And today I'm going to show you what I'm doing with a platform called Polar Tensor. I started a couple of weeks ago, and the results are really promising. I started with $100, and then I'm now at 2,000. And I'll show you what happened this last week. Let's just share the screen right here. There we go. So what these numbers mean, I've got I had over just over 2,000 in here. The gains for the week were added, so that's up to 2,097 and 19 cents. And so and I didn't have the money, all of that 2,000 in at the beginning of the week, so I've been adding over time. But here I basically I earned $12.53 on Monday, and Tuesday it was 13.12. Then Thursday was a pretty good day, 24.19, and then Friday for some reason was lower. I've been trying to do day trading using Kraken and Netcoins for a while, and it's really hard. And there's some days that it's really harder than others, and Friday was one of them. But you can see here, these are pretty good returns. This is Polar Tensor is AI neural network driven auto trader. So it's connected to Binance. So it buys and sells on the spot market using its neural network trading algorithm, and it's pretty good. So this here represents this represents over $70 on my $2,000 return for 1 week without doing anything other than adding the money, and that works out. I think it's about 3.5%, somewhere in that range. And I'm just going to show you another screen, the trading screen. On when it's during the trading time, it trades live trading for 5 days a week, and when it's in the middle of live trading, you can see the buys and sells scrolling on the screen here. So what it's saying here is I've got where does it say? So the platform has some fees, and basically the larger your investment, the smaller the fees are for the return. So there's all sorts of good things about this here. So basically it said I earned $71.65 in this last week with those on that other screen. And the week before, I started with $100 the week before, and I earned $14 on it. I added some more during the week, so it's not just a pure $100 thing. But anyway, so this next distribution is in 6 days. So what happens is it shows you. We'll go back to the first screen. As the week goes through, it'll show you at the end of Monday, it'll show you that, and then it'll show you that, and then show you that, and that, and that. So it adds up. And then I've opted to reinvest the everything back into the trading. So that effectively gives you a compound. Whatever your gains are, turns back in and compounds on a weekly basis. So if you're good with a calculator, figure out what 3% per week compounds to over a few years. It adds up. So my goal is to get this account up to about $10,000, and then and let it grow. If I come into a little bit more than I want to put into it, I'll build it up. Some sort of magic happens when you get about $20,000 in here. You'll generate almost a living wage out of it daily. So that's my end goal, is to get to the point where this is generating enough for me to go and do other things, do some traveling, do some stuff. So that's all I'm going to say for today. And if you're interested in finding out more, there's a link in the show notes here to a page that has tremendous videos. I think there are three pretty good videos there. Tells you what it's doing, where the company came from, all sorts of things about it. And I'll be happy to give you a tour if you're interested in touring both Kraken and Polar Tensor. The thing is you need some kind of wallet where you can buy cryptocurrencies. And I've been buying using Kraken. I've been trading on Kraken, and then I buy Bitcoin and send into Polar Tensor. I I send in relatively small chunks, maybe about $500 at a time, but eventually I want to build this up so that it's trading $10,000 or more, and then let the fun begin. Anyway, I'll be glad to show you what I'm doing and help you get going if you want. And Have a great day. Thank you.